go to work, you know. I'm gonna go down to the, where am I going? I'm going to McDonald's to go get me something to eat first. I know I should not want oatmeal, but I really want oatmeal. I should not want oatmeal, but I do. I do. I don't think I want oatmeal. I might just get me a sandwich. Okay. No. It's 9. If I get me some coffee, if I get some coffee, I should be good, you know? I might get some coffee and some, listen, I'm scared to repeat the same food that I had the day that I, passed out. So I did schedule me a doctor's appointment. It's not, soon, because I guess that's the soonest. I did get on the waiting list so they can, if something does come up before then, they'll send me an email. Hopefully next week I'll get an email stating that they can send me some time, because I took off for that week, for next week, not that week, for next week. So hopefully, I'll be able to get a doctor's appointment. Well, I have one, but it's not for a couple of weeks. So I'm trying to get in as soon as possible to see what happens, because I've been having a lot of brain fog. I will say that my memory always been bad. I think I say that all the time, so that's not the measurement for me, at least, about whether I remember something or not. But I'm going to do a Fiercely Love today. That is a beautiful charger. Today is day 60. Okay, and it says love by faith. You have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who prosecute you. Matthew 5:43-44. Baby, ain't it hard loving people who don't like you? That is definitely a task. I feel like if I get this oatmeal, I think I am going to do the oatmeal. The oatmeal, the coffee, and some apple slices. Because I don't see me being able to do it any other way, Yeah, I don't see me being able to do it any other way. Girl, that's what I'm going to do. Because I feel like if I eat that, I'm not going to want to leave for lunch. I know my friend, she's going to want to leave. Listen, I feel like it has to be a really stressful day at work for me to just want to get out the office. But other than that, like, my office is almost like my home. When I tell you, yeah, have everything in there. So, and then if I can get work done, I think that's another bad. So that's the bad thing about staying in office. You still work. Well, some people don't, but I know if I stay in office, I'm still gonna do work, which negates the whole, you taking a lunch situation when it's not really you taking a lunch. But I digress. Yeah. So it says, at first glance, the Old Testament approach makes complete sense. Hate your enemy and love your neighbor. Check. But let's probe a bit deeper. If you are a sibling, a friend, a spouse, a child, or a parent, there will be moments when you have to love by faith. What does this mean? We choose to love even when we don't feel like it. We choose to forgive even when we would rather keep a record of wrongs. Loving enemies takes faith. Praying for people who are attacking you takes faith. God knew it would be impossible to follow Christ and love the way he loves in our own strength or ability, so he gave each of us a measure of faith. Faith means we can love even when we don't feel love. When John and I were first married, we would have ridiculous arguments late at night, exhausted. We would go to bed lying as far apart from each other as possible, and we chose to close our nights with "I forgive you" by faith. Wait, when she said John and I was like, wait, what? So it's the author saying herself and her husband. Okay, so that's what she meant. Okay, because listen, that really took me aback. My dad's name is John. That's why I was like, wait, John and I. So as a person who has been married before, listen, I would often tell him that I love you. I just don't like you right now. You know, sometimes the people that you love do things that you do not like. And that's a parent, like that she said, it's a parent, it's a spouse, it's whomever, but it happens. So it says, at the time, it was our way of saying, I know I should forgive you, but I'm not ready to let go, so I'm doing by faith. It was nothing more than a religious jab, but the principle might have been correct. When we love by faith, we love in faith. The hurting world sees the Father's heart. When we receive God's true, trustworthy love for us, then we are well positioned in him to love others. Okay, it say my love is fueled with strength by faith. So I definitely understand what, like I said, I myself have said, listen, I love you, but I don't like you right now. And that's the thing for your children, everybody, co-workers, you know, it's a lot. Everybody, anybody can be a part of that situation. Sir, where are you walking to? Why are you just walking effortlessly, not paying attention where you're going? It's insane. Let me look for my other phone so I can gather my coupon. Baby, these people be coming through this drive-through like it is. Yeah, they come through this like it's the Speedy Gonzalez. But that was today, Fiercely Love, day 60. I feel like I like that one. Yeah. Yep, that's it for today. So hopefully everybody's day goes well and things will progress. Yes, ma'am.